Hey everybody. It is it's been a slow day. It's been a really slow day. Um, Today has not been as productive as I'd have liked it to be, or really productive at all. Um, so this is what my day looked like today. Um, I woke up at 5 this morning and drove Lily to work. We had a nice little coffee date this morning that was really fun. We're trying to do that every Friday now. We just got some Starbucks and sat in our car for a minute before she had to go in. And then I drove off, came back home. I relaxed for a bit, just kind of played some video games, unwound. It was like 6:30, 7 o'clock by the time I got home. Yeah, I came home, didn't really do anything. I still got laundry and dishes to do that I didn't do yesterday. Um, but it's okay. At 11 o'clock, I had a therapy appointment, which is very importante and is definitely one of my priorities right now. Went to that, it was like an hour long, came home, I conked out. I was dead. I was just so tired. For some reason, I was watching a YouTube video, sitting in my chair. I was about to start, like, I was eating something and I was going to go do some work. I was like, I need to take like an hour nap and then I'm going to get to work. I took a 3 hour nap. I was dead. So then, it's time to go pick up Lily. Ended up staying at her classroom for like an hour. Not that big a deal. But yeah, went ahead, came home at like, we left at like 5, got here like 5:30, and it is 7:04 right now. Jeez. We came home, took another little nap. She was just relaxing for a bit. I was relaxing too because it's just end of the day. It's the end of the day. You gotta wind down. Man, I'm still tired. But today has not been productive at all, and normally I'd be really hard on myself about that, but not every day you can be as productive as you can be. So today I had stuff to do. I have a therapy appointment, which does sometimes take a lot out of me. It just kind of depends on the day. Driving Lily to work and driving her back from work it's something. It takes a little bit of time. Takes a little bit of energy, and there's only so much you can do in a day, right? These are all things that I kind of tell myself. I feel like I'm almost gaslighting myself into thinking it's like, you're fine, you don't have to be productive every day. But, I want to be. I want to be. Shoot, I used to say this a lot, but I've realized it's kind of a bad saying. For the longest time, I wanted to be the person to do everything. I wanted to be the person who got things done, who didn't complain, who didn't, whine and gripe about everything. I wanted to be that hard worker, that everybody wants. And I realized that doesn't leave a lot of room for me. You give all of your effort to your job or this like certain thing, and then you don't have the energy whenever it comes home and you have to deal with the people that you love. You don't have that energy for them, and I can tell you, your work doesn't deserve that. There are some jobs, granted, that are harder than others. Lily's a teacher. She has kids, first graders, that she deals with, and sometimes they're great, sometimes they just don't want to listen. So she's got to be nice to them while getting them to do stuff. And that's exhausting mentally. I worked at a shipyard and I was dealing with a lot of physical labor, and that had me drained physically. I also had a foreman who manipulated me mentally to try and get me to work my butt off while everybody else I watched didn't. they just kind of sat back and they were getting paid the same, if not more than me, for doing like a quarter of the work that I used to do. And I used to be thinking, it's like, if like I want to be that guy who does the hard work, but people are going to take advantage of you. And that's not saying like don't work hard. That's not saying, be lazy and skim by. It's about knowing your limits and knowing what you can provide within reason. I can still, be the guy who does everything, but I need to learn how to set my limits, my boundaries with other people. And that's what I'm working on now, And I'm even working on setting boundaries within myself. I mean, like today, I had to go drop off and pick up Lily from work. I had to go to my therapy appointment. And that takes a lot out of me. And so I have to be knowing like it's okay to not get the other things done that you had planned on originally doing. My buddy, my best friend Trent, he told me this one thing. It's kind of stuck with me a little bit. I have it written down right here. It's like the saying goes like, if you have the most productive day every day, it is no longer like your most productive. It's just your average. So if you're constantly putting out the work, you're constantly going like ridiculously hard all the time, and you leave no room for yourself to breathe, one, you're gonna kill yourself. It's just gonna drain you. And two, everybody else is now expecting that level of work out of you. Not to say that expecting the most out of people is bad, but like you have this unhealthy relation to your effort output, because now you're putting out too much, and the people who depend on you are now need what your 100% is, when in actuality it's like your 150%. It's way over the boundary of what you should be putting into your work. Or shoot, this can apply to like friendships too, or relationships, or anything. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, y'all take what you want from this. It's helping me talking about this. I looked at my video yesterday and I was kind of like, man, it looks like I'm giving advice. And I had Trent tell me that too. I like the advice. It's good advice. And, I don't feel like I'm the one to be giving advice, but it's funny. I'm going to use this analogy. I'll use it, this Rocket League. Like, Trent and I are both like champ 2s, solid in 2v2. For those nerds out there, we're like the top 8% of the player base, and we think we're garbage. we're trash. We're not really, compared to most, we're pretty good. We're really good, but we know enough to know that we suck, which is saying a lot. I could say that about, my boss, It's like, I know enough to keep it running and keep it driving for the most part, but it's like I know how much work it needs, and I know how much I'm going to have to learn, and I know how much I'm going to suck at a lot of stuff, but I know enough to know that I suck, which actually means that I know more, and I am more understanding of the procedures and things that go into something. So those people who like think they know everything, they know a lot less than the person who sees everything and is like, there's so much for me to learn. There's always more to learn. That's just kind of something I've realized personally. But every day now is kind of just feeling really slow since I don't have my job yet. Here's my adjuster's license. Cool, right? I have it. I can practice insurance adjusting in the state of Mississippi. But I don't have any claims to deal with yet. I don't know how to deal with a claim. So right now, my life is just sitting and waiting. And that is the thing I hate the most. I suck at being patient and being still because I feel like I have so much that needs to be done, but there's nothing I can do at this point. I have done everything that I can to find a job. I've found one. I've got one. I am on a list of adjusters to be worked. I just have to wait for them to come in, and it hasn't even been a week yet. And I'm sitting here just like, when's my turn? But I gotta be patient. I gotta wait. I can only do so much, and it's hard to process. Like, I am here at home doing nothing, even though I did have a busy day today, even though it didn't feel like it. It was a draining day. It was a tiring day. But it's not physical labor. It's not me working towards my job because I've done everything that I need to. And so now I'm just sitting and waiting, and I don't feel like I'm productive enough. Yet I have done everything I can. And those are the kind of thoughts that just like toss around in my mind when I'm sitting and waiting like this. Let me know if you guys are feeling the same way, because it would be really nice to know if anybody else is feeling how I'm feeling. I'm not crying. I just have eye boogies because of all the naps I've taken today. But it was a good day. It was a slow day, but that's okay. So we'll take them when we can get them. I'll catch you guys later, I guess. So peace.